Hi everyone, my name is Elvir and today we will be talking about the past simple tense. We will say something about the formation. First, let's say something about the use of this tense. Well, we use it for historic or past actions, and we use it generally for past generalizations or past facts. A few known examples are I played, she went, we gave, we were, and so on. Okay, let's look at the formula. This is how you form it. You first place the subject, then you place the verb with an ed ending if the verb is regular. But if the verb is irregular, you will place the verb from the second column of the list of verbs regarding their tenses and regarding their changes through tenses. Because every verb has its present form, its past simple form and its past participle form. The past simple form is the second column and you will choose a verb from there. One example is he talked, and feel free to add some more. Let's look at it more precisely. Let's look at the conjugation. If the verb is regular, you will add only an ed and you won't conjugate a thing. So let's look at the verb to wash in its infinitive form. It's going to be I washed, you washed, he washed, she washed, we washed, they washed. This is it. Very simple, very easy, no conjugation. This is where the English language is really doing us a favor by dropping all the endings which usually other languages have. And you have also to learn them with other languages, but with English not. It's simple. And now let's drop over to the irregular verbs. If the verb is irregular, you will not add an ed, but you will take the verb from the second column of the group of verbs regarding their tenses. In the right corner below, I made a little chart for you. You have on the left side the infinitive and on the right side the past simple tense. Well, this past simple column, this is the second column. And you will find them in all books, also on the internet. And for example, for give, the past simple form is gave. For sing, the second column is sang, and for win, it is won. Let's see how to conjugate the verb to give. The second column being gave. I gave, you gave, he gave, we gave, and they gave. You see, no conjugation at all. Very good and very simple. But the hard thing here is that you have irregular verbs. Now let's move over to the negative form. And let's see how to apply this. Okay, you first place the subject. After it, you have to add did plus not. Okay, not the main verb. You have first to add this did as a helping verb plus the negation not, and then after that you place the main verb with no endings. So you will drop the ed here. Okay, before we move to the conjugation, let's first say something about the contracted, the shortened form. This did not has also a shortened form, and this is didn't. And you can apply either the first one or the second. It's up to you. The English usually use the shortened form didn't. And now let's look on a full screen table the conjugation of the negative form. We have already mentioned the formula. Subject plus did not plus verb, and here is the performance on the right side with the verb of choice to wash in the infinitive, and the past tense goes like this. I didn't wash, you didn't wash, he didn't wash, she didn't wash, we didn't wash, you didn't wash, and they didn't wash. Very simple, no conjugation present. The only hard thing is that you have to mark the negative with an helping verb, and you have to drop the ed ending with the main verb. That's a little bit tricky. And now let's look at some examples. We have here the first sentence, I didn't buy this, you didn't call me back, he didn't answer the phone. Very simple, very easy. You put the subject, then didn't, and then just the verb in the infinitive. Now let's do an exception of the rule, and it goes with helping verbs. So when using helping verbs, we do not use the addition didn't to form the negative. Instead, we use only not, because helping verbs can negate themselves and they don't need an additional helping verb like other main verbs. This is true for cases like was, were, could, should, would. Let's see it on a full screen table. As mentioned, with helping verbs we don't have to add a didn't to form the negative form, we just add this particle not. And this is true for was, were, could, should and would. And one example is was, I wasn't, you weren't, he wasn't, we weren't, etc. This is also simple. The hard thing is that we have two forms of forming the negative, and you must know when to apply the one and when to apply the other. To finish off with this topic, we will say something about the question form, and we will explain it through our full screen table. So let's take a look. As we can see, if we want to form a question in the past simple tense, we first place a did, then goes the subject, and then goes the main verb with no endings. So we will drop the ed here as well. And the conjugation goes as follows. For the verb to wash, we will say something like did I wash, did you wash, did he wash, did we wash, did they wash. No conjugation present, very easy again. One example, did he give him money? Or did he come late this morning? And feel free to add some new. There's also an exception, again with helping verbs. They don't need this addition did because they are already helping verbs. They don't need another helping verb to negate them. They can negate themselves. So it will be, instead of I was I? Instead of you were you? Instead of he was he? And this is also true for could, should, would. It's going to be could he, would he, and so on. This will be all for today. I hope that this lesson was instructive and helpful. If yes, please subscribe and give me some feedback anyway. So, ciao!